Hello and welcome, beloveds, to the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. MumbiSeraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you are moving into living life truly on your own terms. We want to thank everyone that supports us on our PayPal and our Patreon accounts. You're the ones that really help us to keep this engine of the Wake Up Africa movement alive and kicking. There's so much that's happening. This channel focuses on all the news coming from global Black Africa, but not just any story. The stories that point to our awakening, but also the stories that should be taken as a warning sign to see that the enemy of our soul never ever sleeps. And so it's very important for us, as much as we're aware of our awakening, to be aware of their scheming, so that we can always, spiritually overcome. Because once you know, whatever, that thing becomes shattered. Anyway, those are stories for the days. Now, I absolutely, Magufuli his government just continuously makes me happy. And what has happened is that the Tanzanian government has actually warned Britain that they will protect local goods in a New Deal trade pact that is supposed to be signed anytime now. Now, what's happening is that time is actually running out. With Brexit, what the divided kingdom had actually planned was to leave Brexit and then to kind of create to create a, United Kingdom or British Empire 2.0. If you even look, there's quite a few shows I've done on that. I'll actually create a playlist for that. So that was the whole idea, to use the entire Commonwealth nations to kind of cushion it from the effects of cancelling or getting out of the European Union. Now, with this whole global free trade agreement, that was one of the things that even before Brexit happened, that the divided kingdom and the EU was trying to agree with East Africa, where all their goods would be allowed to come into the East African countries, East African community, just like that. And then all our goods would also be able to penetrate their markets. But a lot of our experts have spoken against this time and time again, because what happens is that if we allow these free trade agreements and we don't protect our industries, then the industrialization of our nations won't happen. The manufacturing industries will literally be brought to a halt. And so we see, the governments like Magufuli, who are not part of the brotherhood, who have not sold their souls to the devil, literally, they are now moving. Actually, Tanzania is the only one who I know it. They've been actually since the late Mkapa, he actually had spoken against the EPA agreement. That's what they're calling it, arguing that it would have serious implications on growth in the country's industries. But what happens is they give you the carrot and then they give you the stick. So the only countries that actually signed for, just all products to come in, guess which ones they were? Kenya and Rwanda. But no other East African nation signed. And what this has done is it has hampered and, it totally mashes up any plans for development in the country. So it's so amazing that Tanzania is doing this, and they are looking to protect their locally made goods in the trade negotiations with Britain that are underway. That's what senior officials actually revealed to a local newspaper here in East Africa. And the Deputy Minister for Trade, Stella Manyana, I don't know if I said her name right, confirmed that the government is renegotiating its current bilateral trade relations with Britain in the wake of Brexit, but insisted that their focus in the negotiations was more on areas that were most profitable to Tanzania first and foremost. And you see, because Tanzania is actually now developing a backbone and standing up for themselves, they're able to now be like, no, you can't. They actually have a voice. Whereas other nations, I've been seeing now, even Kenya has jumped ship and has decided they're going to go and create a relationship with the divided kingdom. Our president is quite out of touch. You saw the 300 roses. I'm not even gonna. And then he actually tried to shut people down about it. He saw it, and it's because a lot of the large scale farmers are still Muzungu's beloveds. So of course, the hand is twisted, and with the corruption sky high in Kenya, He can't be he has no power to protect Kenyans from anything. But we're seeing Magufuli, it's a totally different story because Dar es Salaam's current stance is that, our focus in the negotiations is more on areas that are most profitable to Tanzania first and foremost. That is the tone that we should be taking, each country should be taking, as a continent, we should be taking. The matrix is over, beloveds. These governments will need you more than you need them if you haven't sold your souls to the devil or if you're not part of the brotherhood. So Tanzania, I think in 2018, they said that Tanzania sold about $60 million worth of products to the divided kingdom, and they imported about $170 million worth. And what the Tanzanian government is trying to do is reduce that number and make it more of an equal give and take. And they've taken the same position on the stalled economic partnership agreement. That's what the EPA is, between the East African Community and the European Union. It was supposed to be re-signed, but we did see, to be fair, we did see the East African Community developing more of a backbone and saying that they weren't going to just sign willy-nilly kind of thing like that. So what Tanzania actually currently exports to the divided kingdom includes miscellaneous gemstones, textiles, horticulture products, as well as cut flowers, coffee, tea, tobacco, fish, vegetables, palm oil, and wheat. And then they import from the divided kingdom industrial and agricultural machinery, mechanical appliances, equipment and parts, vehicles, and pharmaceutical products. And but still, Tanzania's Magufuli's administration has actually said that they have made it their plan that they are pursuing a vigorous industrialization agenda for Tanzania. And so they have little desire to sign anything that will kind of dump foreign goods on their local markets and impede them. Here in Kenya, our government even they import sugar. They even import toothpicks and toilet paper. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Magufuli just standing, blazing the way. Until next time, tuko pamoja. Hello and welcome to Africa Watch on the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. MumbiSeraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I pray you're well in all your ways and that you are living your best life. Thanks to everybody for the compliments on the afro. Yeah, hello you guys. You guys are awesome. Just stroking the ego. Love it. Thanks to every single person that has subscribed to the channel. We're doing really, really well. Continue, sharing the videos, encouraging friends, family, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your wifey, your husband, everybody. To subscribe to the channel. We are releasing daily bulletins because there's just so much happening on the continent. And this story, first of all, I just want to say thank you, Magufuli. Thank you. Because actually there has been, no one seems to be talking about it, but there's a bit of tension growing and brewing and unease brewing among the European Union nations because the East African Community has stalled, on the trade agreement. Now, they've not just stalled for a month, they've not just stalled for 2 months, but they've stalled since October 2016. That basically what happened, let me rewind a bit. Basically what happens is that before I think before like 2007, in the 90s and in the 80s, the reason we didn't see a lot of African industries developing is because they signed these predatory policy agreements and contracts with the former colonizer nations. And so what happened is that, the divided kingdom, Germany, Italy, France, Spain, all the European nations, but mainly it started with the former colonizers. They gave a preferential treatment and they signed these bilateral agreements where they would allow the products coming out of Africa, coming from their colonizer nations to enter, to enter the market, sometimes tax-free, to be given special concessions. Well, when everyone became part of the World Trade Organization, a lot of nations, namely China, India, etc., came out and said, these agreements between former colonizers and their former colonies was unfair for other nations because it gave them an unfair advantage.